Sorry, you all right?
Yeah.
Okay, here. We'll go for 2 pages today.
Okay.
Just right. Ooh, Anna Mihailovna. Remember her?
Wait.
Okay, where are
so
we?
we're going to go here?
Yeah.
Father. Father. Father or father?
Father.
Father.
Yeah, good job. Okay, we're here, right?
Deeply.
Wait,
Deeply.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember.
Dolokhov.
Dolokhov. Mary.
Maria Ivanovna.
Maria
Ivanovna's son.
Ivanovna's son.
So Dolokhov is Maria Ivanovna's son.
Dolokhov is Maria
Ivanovna's.
Ivanovna's son. She said in a
Don't. Yeah, come on. In a what? Mysterious
whisper. They say he is totally
has. Try to read
totally
true. Compromised.
Compromised her.
Compromise means to expose her, okay? He introduced
him, invited him to his house in Pittsburgh, and now she has come.
Get on the cushion.
And that dark devil, after her Daredevil's after house, her said Anna Mihailovna wishing to express her sympathy for Pierre, but by involuntary intonations and a smile expressing
and a half smile
expressing her sympathy for the daredevil, as she called Dolokhov. They say Pierre is totally crushed by his grief. Grief is like sadness. Okay? Well, all the same, tell him to come to the club. It will distract him. There'll be a sumptuous feast. Sumptuous means tastes good. Like alcohol. Okay. The next day, the 3rd of March, between 1 and 2 in the afternoon, the 250 members of the English club and 50 guests were awaiting at dinner. The dear guest and hero of the Austrian campaign, Pierre. No. Prince. Bagration. Hold on, wait till you're yawning. Start over. Prince Bagration. At first, when the news of the Battle of Austerlitz was received, Moscow was thrown into perplexity. At that time, the Russians were so used to victories that on receiving news of the defeat, some simply did not believe it. Others sought means to look for, okay? To explain such a strange occurrence by some extraordinary causes in the English club. Focus.
All right, stop. Okay, ready? Good. Causes, okay? In
the English club were all that
elite
had
accurate
information and
carried
weight used to gather. Nothing was said.
Used to gather.
You
got to stop at the punctuation. This is called a comma, okay?
Okay.
Nothing
was said in December.
Pause. Now go.
When news began to come in about the war and the last battle, as if there was a general agreement to keep silent about it. People who
guided
conversation, such as Count
Rostopchin, Prince Yuri Vladimirovich, Yuri Vladimirovich, Dolgoruki, values Count Markov, and Prince Vazemsky did not appear at the club, but gathered in people's houses in their intimate circles, and those Muscovites who spoke with the voices of others, to whom Count Ilya Andreevich Rostov also belonged, were left for a short time without any definite opposition. No opinion. Stop adding extra.
On the matter of the war, and without
guidance,
the
Muscovites felt
that something was wrong, and that to discuss this bad news was difficult, and therefore it was better to be silent. But after a while, just as the jurors
from emerged
from the
conference room,
so the aces appeared again, creating opinions in the club, and all began speaking clearly and differently. Definitely the causes.
Stop moving around, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The causes
had been found
for
that unbelievable,
unheard of,
and impossible event of a Russian defeat, and everything became clear, and in all...
No fidgeting, stay still. All corners of Moscow, the same things were said. These causes good job.
Were the
treachery
of the Austrians and the bad
provisioning. Provisioning means they didn't set enough provisions or enough supplies for the troops, which are the soldiers, okay? Mm-hmm. Okay, provisioning
of the troops, the
treachery
of the
Pole Presbuski,
and the
Frenchman Langroon,
the
inability
of Khrushchev, and in a loud voice, low voice, the youth.
This is a low voice. This is a low voice, okay?
The youth and
inexperience
of the sovereign who had said
who had trusted
bad and worthless people, but the Russian troops, everyone trusted bad and worthless people, but the Russian
troops, and everyone said were extraordinary
and had performed
miracles,
courage, the soldiers, the officers, and the generals were heroes, but the hero of heroes was Prince Bagration, who won fame for his action at Schöngraben and for the retreat from
Austerlitz,
in which he alone and led his column.
Had led
his column on the
in order,
and for a whole day had beaten back a twice stronger enemy. What
contributed
to the choice of Bagration as heroes in Moscow was that he had no Moscow connections and was an outsider
in
his person whore was paid.
In his person where? Honor
was paid to the simple Russian fighting soldiers without connections or intrigues, and still associated enough through
memories of the Italian
campaign was the name of
Suvorov,
besides rendering him if such honors was the best way of showing dislike and disapproval for Khrushchev.
Disapproval
of Khrushchev. If there were no Bagration,
il faudra l'inventer, said the Joker. Xing, parodying
the words of
Voltaire.
No one spoke of Khrushchev, and some denounced him in whispers, calling him a court
weathercock
and an old
satyr.
All over Moscow, they repeated the words of Prince Dolgorukov, paste, and you get pasted. Comforting himself for our defeat was the
memory
of previous
victories
and repeated the words of
Rostopchin,
that French soldier had to be urged into battle by high-flown paces Phrases that the Germans you had to reason
logically persuading
them that it was more dangerous to run away than to go forward, but that Russian soldiers only had to be held back and began to slow down. Begged to slow down on all sides. More and more new stories were heard about particular examples of courage shown by soldiers and officers at Austerlitz. This one had saved a standard that one had killed 5 Frenchmen. That one had loaded 5 cannons single-handed. It was even said of Berg by that those who did not know him that wounded in the right hand, he was taken. He had taken his sword in his left and forged ahead of Bolkonsky. Nothing was said, and only those who knew him closely regretted that he had died early, leaving his pregnant wife with his eccentric father.
Good job. You're reading well. Okay, go ahead. No, I'm going to use this. Go rest for a little. Go play a little, and then I'm going to put it back.